So, was willst du denn von mir, Lazarus?
Shadows yet fester. The dead three united under cover of darkness. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls?
Hallo, Auswahl? Haben nicht alle Lebewesen eine Seele?
No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
Ich bin überrascht, euch zu sehen. Warum seid ihr hier?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold.
Drückt euch bitte klarer aus. Könnt ihr mir nicht mehr erzählen?
No.
Top, Lazarus. Bist wieder der beste Mann im Dorf. Ihr scheint viel über die toten drei zu wissen.
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished, as one and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder. Very well.
Tja, leider habe ich keine Heuerlinge.
Ketheric is dead. Balthazar is dead.
Isabel. Sweet Isabel is no more.
But we live.
Wieder längere Gedankpause.
We live at the mercy of the gods. Even I, immortal, have no guarantee of days to come. We must remain vigilant and grateful. I will join your camp tonight. There we will discuss the spirals of time, past and future. And we will make merry in the present, wherein we reside.
Ich habe jetzt Fragen.
They will keep. Let us first retire to a more restful place. Your camp will do.
Na gut.
You certainly will.
Naja, auf in die Rast. Oh, die Kämpfe waren hart und anstrengend. Wir müssen uns mal ein bisschen ausruhen.
I'm sorry.
Where's Shadowheart? I think she'll want a word.
Hä, ich habe gerade mit Schattenherz versucht zu reden.
Where's Shadowheart?
I'm sorry.
Toll. Klappt wieder gut. Klappt wundervoll. Ich habe einfach alles kaputt gemacht wieder. Aber wir müssen jetzt einmal schlafen und dann ist alles wieder gut.
lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just
Ja, scheint
believe
sich
it.
repariert zu haben.
My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
Darf ich vorbringen, dass Shah vielleicht ihre Gründe hatte?
Not if you enjoy having your head attached to your neck. She stole my family from me. She stole my life. Whatever reason she has isn't good enough. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to.
Und das wäre?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me. Fine. What's on your mind?
There you are.
Ah, jetzt kann ich auch mit der wieder reden.
awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
Halt euch zurück, bereit zu verteidigen. Nein, was denn?
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Seluna, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One.
Gold wäre mir lieber gewesen. Wo bleibt das silberne Licht, die Mondmagie?
Listen to the subtle vibrations of the Moon Maiden thumping within your heart chambers, friend. She works her magic there.
Ihr solltet euch dauerhaft meinem Lager anschließen. Wir können gemeinsam das Böse bekämpfen.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low.
Wie möchtet ihr eure neu gewonnene Freiheit nutzen?
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
Es gibt noch sehr viel, was ich nicht über euch weiß, Dame Eileen.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Zwischen Isobel und euch gibt es wohl eine lange Vorgeschichte.
A century of it. I have mourned her every day these 100 years.
When I saw Ketheric had made her live again, made her his thrall, lo, my gorge did swell.
Isabel was... is the love of my eternal life. I adored her from the moment I beheld her sweet face. Her great, wise eyes.
But her father Ketheric distrusted me from the first. He did not fancy an immortal for Isabel's mate.
I understood. I respected his concerns. But our love was stronger than a father's reservations. When Isabel died,
Curse the day. The hour. We were each of us agonized. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. Now he is dead, and his twisted facsimile of sweet Isabel returned to the grave.
I'd give anything for one more day with her. The real her.
Alas, I will live my life for us both.
Seid ihr wirklich die Tochter der Silune?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Will eure Mutter uns im Kampf beistehen?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
Das war eine lahme Erklärung.
You wish to consult me?
Ihr müsst froh sein, dass Ketheric tot ist.
I take no pleasure in his passing. Whatever faults he may have had, Ketheric was a great leader.
Früher vielleicht, aber ist lange her. Der Mann, den wir getötet haben, war ein bitteres altes Fossil.
Life was crueler to him than death. It is no great wonder that he found his strength in Merkel. I believe he was an honorable man, but the gods used him as their plaything. First, Shah and her sister, then the three behind the Absolute. I sympathize.
Ihr seid manchmal überraschend weichherzig.
It is a sharp mind that feels sympathy for one who suffers unnecessarily, not a soft heart. I saw strength in Ketheric that had been diluted by pain, but I will never forgive him for handing me to Orin. For that, I hope Merkel hollows out his bones and lets them be dust.
Ich frage mich, was ihr über unsere Gefährten
A
denkt.
disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind? It would have been better for us had she embraced Shah and claimed the power of the goddess. But it is better for Shadowheart to be free of that poisonous influence.
Ich dachte, das Dogma der Schariten würde euch gefallen.
The very concept of Sharan worship is self-indulgent. They would have you think every whispered word and hidden thought is of value. But it is not so. I have performed 1,000 interrogations, squeezing out the most guarded secrets held in heart, mind, and soul. I can tell you this. When the trivial parts have been whittled away and I have sifted through what remains, in most cases, a person amounts to nothing at all.
Es ist, dass sie aussieht wie Saruman. Nee, wie Sauron. Ah, ich bin durcheinander. Ich habe einfach zu viel Kram. Wobei, ist ja egal, kann ja alles rüber. Weil wird die aus der Kiste genommen. Kann ein Astarion zufällig 2 Handarmbrüste gleichzeitig nutzen? Ich denke nicht. Obwohl, nee, Moment, ich habe gerade den falschen ausgewählt. Ja, jetzt mache ich hier alles zu gerade.
Step lightly.
Alles gut, Moment. Witzig, kann er wirklich. Ich schwöre, ich werde nicht so lange in der Ausrüstung rumgammeln. Nur eine halbe Ewigkeit. Ach, hier wäre so viel möglich gewesen. Frag mich nicht, was ich jetzt damit aussagen wollte. Ich hätte einfach nur blaue Sachen in die Kiste machen sollen und alles Grüne einfach wegpfeffern immer. Beziehungsweise verkaufen. Aber irgendwie bin ich zu faul dafür. Den Kriegshammer nehmen wir mit, falls wir irgendwas zerschlagen müssen. Wie das mit dem Gewicht regel, alles easy going. Man muss sich einfach nur vorstellen, Gewicht ist relativ und dann kannst du auch alles managen. Du, 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 du. Also egal, was ihr sagt. Ich brauche das alles. Also es hat schon irgendwann einen Sinn. Das wahre Problem ist doch einfach, dass ich zu selten Händler treffe. Und wenn du mal einen Händler triffst, ist er danach meistens schon wieder tot. Dum, 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 dum. So, der ist jetzt nach Baldurs Geld. Das Nachtlied hat sich in unserem Lager beschlossen. Also, beziehungsweise ist jetzt bei uns. Ja, der Straße nach Baldurs Tor folgen.
You wish to consult me? A true soul came to my city, preaching a message.
Gucken wir mal eben noch, was alle zu sagen haben, bevor wir weitergehen.
Menzoberranzan is not fertile ground for such messages. I killed them and hanged their bodies in my garden.
Und doch haben sie euch rekrutiert.
Recruited? You could call it that. I intended to wage war on their god and the rest of its presumptive followers. Even as the flesh sagged and sloughed away from their eyeless skulls, their audacity infuriated me. I had to know where they came from. And whoever sent them was counting on my curiosity overcoming my caution.
Ihr habt ihren Weg nach Mondaufgang zurückverfolgt.
Yes. All it took was a simple act of necromancy, and the corpses told me where I needed to strike. Moonrise Towers.
Ihr seid gegen Mondaufgang in den Kampf gezogen?
No. I was prepared for combat, but I intended to strike subtly. As it turned out, to my shame, I was defeated without even drawing my weapon. I came to Moonrise with a retinue of warriors and assassins, the best House Bainray had to offer. I expected a battle, but found a fully laden feast table and a welcome befitting a house matron. Ketheric expected us, expected me, and I fell for his flattery.
Ich bin überrascht, dass ihr so von euch überzeugt wart.
It is a mistake I hope never to repeat. Ketheric proposed an alliance between Moonrise and Menzoberranzan. I admit I was captivated by him. He invited me to the head of his table as his guest of honor. I was wary, of course. If I had been in his position, the food would have been poisoned. It was not the food I should have been wary of. It was the pale woman at the foot of the table. Orin the Red. We had barely begun to eat when she spoke for the first time. I only caught one word, my name. Then, quick as lightning, she climbed onto the table, a dagger in each hand, and skipped toward me, slicing the throats out of my men as she passed them.
Ihr hättet im Kampf sterben sollen. Nein. Sie klingt ja reizend.
Few things frighten me. Orin is one of them. Ketheric held me still. His hand on my shoulder, the grip tight enough to crack the bone. When Orin stood before me, she touched the dagger to my eye, drawing out a tear of blood. I want this one, she said. Ketheric nodded his permission, and I was taken below. You've seen the horrors of the colony. Orin kept me there for days. She forced me to watch as my men were processed. Some for food, others as thralls. And then she placed the tadpole in my eye herself.
Ihr werdet eure Rache bekommen.
That is certain. You know the rest as well as I do. There were massacres before the Grove. Religious communities mostly. Those who refused to convert. Then there was you, and now there is freedom. Soon there will be vengeance.
Greetings.
So, du hast nichts Neues. Und wir werden dann bei Baldurs Gate ja endlich Astarions Geschichte weiterführen.
My favorite traveling companion.
Ihr wollt nach Kazadors Ritual fragen. Ihr denkt doch gewiss darüber nach. Aber das haben wir doch schon gemacht mit dem Teufel.
The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why?
All diese Macht, ihr müsst versucht sein, sie selbst zu ergreifen.
Well, of course I've thought about it. If I completed the ritual instead of Cazador, I'd get all that power. And I could walk in the sun without fear I'd turn into a mind flayer.
Natürlich, wer wäre nicht dazu in Versuchung?
Of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible, but it certainly is tempting.
So, alles super. Und von dir müssen wir mal den Helm ausblenden. Bei Dialogen. Das macht mich die ganze Zeit kirre.
Keep a blade close.
Like it's well be done.
Can't give up now.
Was für eine glückliche Musik.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
Ich brauche keine Verbündete, ich habe euch.
I may be the one who protects you, But it is you who must champion the cause. You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
Ich hebe eine Armee aus, die es mit dem Heer der Absoluten aufnehmen kann.
Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Da habe ich jetzt Schnellreise. Moment, es ist immer noch das mit den verdächtigen Geräuschen, aber da konnte man noch eh nichts mehr machen.
Something slimy seems to be dripping from the rafters above.
Du, du, du. Ja, fast wie Gamescom. Dulut. Süßkartoffeln, Schweinewurst. Namen Baronase. Oder wie auch immer der Name auszusprechen ist. Baron Ace wahrscheinlich, so. Entschuldigung. Ich hab einen Moment nicht nachgedacht. Das Ding hatten wir ja gelesen. Es hat jemand in die Kommentare geschrieben, als ich in dem Raum war. Vielleicht haben die Leichen, die in der Umgebung liegen, ja das, was du suchst. Deshalb bin ich jetzt nochmal hingegangen. Ich hätte jetzt eigentlich nicht gedacht, dass das Herz ist. Ich habe einige Materialien von unter dem Turm umgeleitet. Ich wollte die nötigen Kräfte ausschließlich aus dem Mausoleum nehmen. Aber der General möchte nicht, dass seine Familiengruft in Mitleidenschaft gezogen wird. Vielleicht bleibt mir aber ohnehin keine Wahl. Der Tempel wird das Nachtlied nicht einfach so aufgeben und die Unverwundbarkeit des Generals selbst hängt davon ab. Ich bin sicher, er wird einen kleinen Vorschuss verzeichnen, wenn dafür die Armee die Freiheit hat, endlich auf Baldurs Tor zu marschieren. Ja, ja, haben wir ja alles gemacht.
Find it. Maybe we can turn it against him.
A goblet filled with the mutilated corpses of illithid parasites. Whatever ungodly experiments were performed on them likely killed them.
A ritual circle? The kind of place moon lanterns are crafted? Most likely.
Noch mehr kaputte Laternen.
A ritual circle? The kind of place moon...
Ritual circle.
Wenn ich übrigens wegen jedem einzigartigen Dialog alle Charaktere mal durchwechsel, wird man wahrscheinlich niemals fertig.
A ritual circle. Looks like it was
Broken moonlight.
Lass die kaputt jetzt einfach hier stehen.
moving in.
Weil wir ja eh wahrscheinlich noch einen zweiten Run machen müssen. Und einen dritten. Vielleicht. Damit ist das Jahr auch schon wieder rum. Blub. Ja, es ist, da du ja auch viele Begleiter einfach verlierst. Geht's halt nicht anders. Also je nachdem, wie du spielst. Guck nur gerade wegen den merkwürdigen Geräuschen. Aber wir waren eigentlich in allen Räumen. Ja, das ist das der Raum von dem.
I can't wait to be clear of this damned shadow curse. I like darkness, just not when it's trying to kill me.
The Absolute's armies are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
Lauf nach Baldurs Tor.
Ketheric is defeated, the path ahead clear. You should be elated. The sight of the land you leave behind does nothing to alleviate your sorrow.
Ah, der nächste Abschnitt von Konstantin.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Ist auch schön, dass ich mit der Kleidung der Absoluten immer rumrenne.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Ach, das alles wird bei dir gehören, Junge. Ihr Eulengadit?
You wish to consult me?
How much farther can I go?
Danke, Gamer Leon, für dein Prime-Sub. Ich grüße dich.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks.
Das klingt doch durchaus erstrebenswert.
Then you've been thinking the same thing. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor.
Ich weiß nicht so recht. Raphael sagte, dass die schwarze Messe ebenso dämonisch wie tödlich ist.
Doesn't it sound delightful? For the lucky little vampire on the winning side. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better.
Verdammt richtig.
We'll be glorious, both you and I. You'll have your day too. Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend.
Eine nützliche Information, wir werden die anderen Brutlinge finden.
If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us. Likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazador has changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
Ach, Astron ist gut drauf.
Get going.
I'm sorry.
Oh, die hat schon wieder das mit der schlechten Beraterin.
I'm listening.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison, and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
Wenn die Zeit gekommen ist, entscheide ich mich spontan.
You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
The reckoning is upon us! Search for domination. March! Join power.
You're under attack! Help me!
You lifted harbor up!
Viel zum Portal, bevor die Absolute die Kontrolle übernimmt.
finished work.
Tadpole scum!
Au.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Verdammt.
My feet. One day I'll catch a break.
Läuft doch.
Your command.
Brauchen wir 3 Koop? Das kann noch ein bisschen dauern.
Taking up position.
Come quickly! I can't do this without you.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Moment, da mach, wo ist es? Spurten.
Light on my feet.
Kommt jetzt wirklich schon mal relativ nah ran.
Victims await. Yes.
Ups. Ich wollte mich einfach verarschen.
More are coming. Hurry, or we will all become thralls.
Na gut, ich muss es nur mit einem erreichen, dann geht's ja. Seid ihr alle meine Feinde hier oder ist das jetzt einfach ein Mix aus Feinden? Okay, die Gehirne sind meine Freunde. Fangen mit Butter nochmal Bäumer Dark Teig an. In Sequenzen sind Rüstungen ausgeblendet. Das ist schon immer so gewesen hier. Dann tragen die nur ihre normale Kleidung.
Let me strike. Suffer.
So, Bonusangriff wurde ja genutzt.
But to keep going.
Oh, habe ich den jetzt mit 2 Leben überleben lassen? Ja, danke schön.
Friend of Gaze, you will be cleansed.
Rennen natürlich durch und greifen mich an. Einfach zu kotzen. Für 2 einfache Gegner.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
No more rest for the wicked.
Danke, Senyuki, fürs Folgen. Ich hätte einfach zu Ende kämpfen lassen sollen, ohne dass ich mich einmische.
I need you now.
Our enemies are everywhere.
Someone there?
The skull. Come to the skull. It's not over. Come to the skull.
Ja, bleib cool.
Those figures were just a Yankee. I was so sure I saw them.
Help me.
Watch the shadows. What's this?
Please, help me.
Das macht er mir jetzt gerade nicht einfacher.
I can't hold them off much longer. Hold them back alone.
Oh, entspann dich. Ich muss noch looten. Guten Abend, Philly.
I need you now.
No, never mind.
Assume nothing. It's not over. Come to the skull. The skull. Come to the skull. Inefficient path.
Da ist der Imperator.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
Another tentacled freak. What in the hells is this?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
Beweist mir, dass ihr seid, wer ihr sagt.
You saved a child from a viper, back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Song from her soul cage. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Versuche die Gedanken wahrzunehmen.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a walk pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight.
Ob ihr einfach nervig und scheiße seid. So manchmal. Top. Einfach mal so absolut nutzlos sein. Die tragen ja keine Waffen. Warum sollte die aus der Gruppe rausgehen? Die ist doch schon ewig in unserem Team. Also warum sollte Lasse bei uns raus? Die haben die entführt und versklaven sie die Ernstfeinde des Volkes, aber sie hat ihrem Volk doch schon lange entsagt. Richtig, weil die am Reden war, konnte die sagen, pass auf, du musst dein Volk verraten. Da hat sie gesagt, passt schon. Gut verbrannt. Auf Basis der vielen unterschiedlichen Enden passiert ja alles Mögliche. Guten Abend, Tali. Haben wir mal vorher machen sollen. Ich vergesse das immer. Ach, die haben inzwischen alle so viel Cars und Buffs und schieß mich tot. Ich komme da einfach nicht mehr hinterher. Top.
The rock resists all attempts to shatter it.
Na, jetzt reicht's mir. Schade.
I will ascend.
Ich hatte eine Woche Pause bei Baldur's Gate 3, weil Gamescom war. Deshalb, und es ist ganz normal, das Spiel weiter zu spielen. Deshalb, verwirr mich nicht, ich muss gleich los. Boah, jetzt habe ich aber richtig dämlich Pech, oder? Was ein Unsinn, ey.
You are not the one I wish to speak with. Bring me your leader. Stand.
I must heal.
Now is not your time. We have much to discuss. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
I owe everything to that. Oh, I don't like this one bit.
Ihr wart die ganze Zeit im Prisma, warum habt ihr mich getäuscht?
It was necessary. Rare are those that would openly consider a partnership with a mind flayer. Even those who are on a path of becoming one. It's like I said before, I'm just like you. An adventurer, I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure, to a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
Für Gortash war einer der Auserwählten der Kolonie.
Indeed. His hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an elder brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you.
Musstet ihr die Gehirne von Verbrechern essen?
Rather than potential future allies, like you.
Mir war nicht klar, dass Gedankenschinder frei denken können.
Not all mind flayers are alike. I have always valued freedom above all else. In my past life and present. It has been a burning need within me for as long as I can remember.
Also erzählt ihr mir, worum es bei diesem Kampf ging.
We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
Wolltet Vlaakith, dass wir euch oder Orpheus töten, als sie uns ins Prisma geschickt hat?
Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Vlaakith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Vlaakith will be finished.
Wart auch ihr hier gefangen?
No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You.
Was passiert, wenn wir Orpheus befreien?
That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me.
Wir ähneln uns auch in anderer Weise sehr.
I'm glad you think so. I agree. But there is one thing that you have that I do not. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. Yours continues to limit you. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this change.
Warum sagt ihr das?
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
Tut es, ich will mich weiterentwickeln.
I'm happy to have more powerful friends, but, well, better you than me.
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand.
Ich hab's mir angewirkt, nein. Evolution.
It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting to be filled. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said.
Über was denn?
A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane, cocooned here for millennia. It has become extraordinary.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Halb-Illicit. Du hast die Zeremorphose durchlaufen und bist nun Halb-Illicit. Du hast jetzt sogar noch mächtige Psionik freischalten. Warum liegst du denn hier noch rum? Wir haben 11 Larven einfach mal noch so rumliegen bei uns. Na. Ach, der gute alte Honigschinken. Ja, kann ich alles direkt freischalten. Ah ne, Fliegen hat er automatisch freigeschaltet. Intellekt eines Gegners absaugen. Preis wirken. Zauberplätze, Ladung und ähnliche Ressourcenkosten für deine nächste Aktion oder deinen nächsten Zauber sind aufgehoben. Erzeuge einen magischen Nexus, der allen darin erlaubt, Aktionen und Bonusaktionen beliebig auszutauschen. Stoße eine ikonische Welle psychischer Energie aus, die Ziele daran möglicherweise betäubt. Weiter sah. Oh, der Hund geht steil. Wenn ein Gegner im Abstand von bis zu 18 Meter mit einem Zauber auf dich zieht, dessen Grad höchstens einem Übungsbonus entspricht, kannst du deine Reaktion nutzen, um den Zauber unwirksam zu machen. Du hast deine Selbstwahrnehmung vertieft und Expertise in Überzeugung, Täuschung und Einschüchterung würfeln erlernt. Und das letzte ist Psychezerbrechen. Dringe in den Verstand einer Kreatur ein und verringere ihre Verteidigung. Die Rüstungsklasse des Ziels wird um 1 verringert. Ey, gib nicht mal ein Achievement dafür, alles im Gehirn zu lernen. Weiter sah. Das ist mal gut, oder? Oh, irgendjemand hat draußen Geräusche gemacht. Aber schön, dass man wirklich den Prinzen findet. Zwar unerwartet, dass der hier ist, aber er ist halt nicht sehr funktional für uns. Komm her, Tinker. Das eine Problem ist, es ist nichts passiert. Also es hat weder geschellt oder sonst irgendwas hier. Aber draußen lässt irgendjemand seinen Hund wieder bellen. Ach, im Lager gibt es Gesprächsbedarf, wollt ihr trotzdem schlafen? Das ist aber ungünstig.
Something is different about Shadowheart.
Moment. Aber wir müssen jetzt breaken, weil ich unterwegs sein muss.